pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Flagship station for MTSU Sports. The views and opinions on this show are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of WGNS, its management, other hosts, or advertisers.
You're listening to Simplicity Sunday with your host, Angela Bingham, broadcasting live on your Good Neighbor station, News Radio WGNS, every Sunday from 6 until 7 p.m. Thanks for tuning into the show, and remember, 1 hour of simplicity can change your life in Jesus Christ.
Good evening, everyone. Hello, family. You are listening to the Simplicity Sunday Radio Show with your host for the evening, Angie Renee. Our beloved host, Angie B, is taking some much needed time off this week, so I am holding it down for the team. She will return back at the mic on next Sunday, and we look forward to it. Simplicity is learning to simplify your life, your everyday life, especially with Jesus Christ. Once you simplify, you can practice and live in your purpose with power, passion, and supernatural peace that comes from the unconditional love of God. Connor is our producer for the hour, and he does everything in a spirit of excellence, and we are so grateful for it. Thank you, Connor. Join us on WGNS Radio, FM 101.9, FM 100.5, and AM 1450. Listen online at wgnsradio.com. Click on to Simplicity Sunday. Stream live on youtube.com at News Radio WGNS. Once again, and also if you want to call in, you want to text, we are 615-893-1450. Once again, welcome to another Simplicity Sunday broadcast where faith meets real life in heartfelt conversation. Today, we're kicking off our brand new Unfiltered series. And what better way to begin than with a topic that hits close to home for many of us, the topic of friendship. We're diving deep into the beauty, the challenges, and the hidden truths of sisterhood and connection. Now, joining us for this powerful conversation are our special returning guests, because they are not new to the Simplicity Desk, Miss Tina Bingham and Mrs. Amby Smith. Woo!
Hello.
Two incredible women of God with voices that bring honesty, heartfelt perspective to the table while serving it with a healthy helping of compassion. So settle in and get ready for an authentic, faith-filled discussion on what it really means to walk in love with talk topic Friendship Unfiltered. Please join me in welcoming both of these ladies back to the Simplicity Desk. Welcome.
Thank you.
So I'll have Angie, so I got to do a little extra. Welcome. I'm excited about this conversation.
I am too.
So grateful that you are able to join. I think it's necessary, especially among women, because that topic is it's beautiful and contentious all at the same time.
Yes.
So we're excited. So I want to start by giving you all an opportunity to just share with our audience a little bit about yourselves, who you are, and what you do.
Okay. My name is Amby Smith. I go under Amby Shantae. I am an author, a minister, wife, mother, and just a lover of God's people. Women.
Amen.
Women, that's my calling. So I'm excited to have this intense conversation.
Amen.
And my name is Tina Bingham. I am a school teacher. I am a mother also, and I am a woman of God. And one thing I would like to say is this is a great topic. Friendship is so much that goes into friendship today, and I am looking forward to talking about this topic.
Amen. So are we ready for the conversation?
Let's go.
Amen. Before we begin, I just want to open up with the word of God. Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. This scripture speaks to the purpose and value of authentic friendship. In biblical times, sharpening iron required friction, precision, and mutual contact. When two iron blades strike against each other, they become more effective, sharper, stronger, and more useful. In the same way, godly friendships are meant to refine and strengthen one another through honesty, encouragement, and accountability. So let's go ahead and kick off the conversation. And the questions could be for either of you to answer. So when you hear the phrase friendship unfiltered, what does it mean to you personally? And either one of you can start.
Well, for me, the first thing that came to mind was, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And honestly, I've experienced all three of those at all different phases of my life. Even now, surprisingly, as a 40-plus-year-old woman, still continuously, like, friendships evolve as people evolve. So for me, that's literally what came to mind when I heard that topic.
And for me, when I hear friendship unfiltered, I'm thinking just raw honesty. Like it doesn't matter what the topic may be, what's going on. If that friendship, you should be able to be vulnerable. You should. If you can be vulnerable with your closest friends, and who can you be vulnerable with? Because you guys supposed to be really close and know each other. So when I looked at friendship unfiltered, I said, this is strictly raw. This is what's going on. This is the truth down to the bone, what the truth is.
That vulnerability aspect is so important because so many times when friendships break, all the information you shared in your vulnerability.
Oh my goodness.
All people don't have they don't have the morals, the moral fiber to take it to the grave. Because when you shared it, that was the agreement. You're supposed to take it to the grave. It wasn't a conference call.
Right.
So when friendships break and people get in their emotions, the knee-jerk reaction is to share that information with other people, to get back at them because they are hurt. And so that's a lot of times that keeps people from being vulnerable. They don't want to be vulnerable. They're scared. Like, you may share what I've shared with you in my time of need with somebody else when you get mad at me. So we need to be able to trust. Definitely.
And you need that loyalty. So if you don't have that loyalty with that friend, because I'm not going to tell your business because we're no longer friends. Like, why is that necessary? You know, but we are in a phase of people just want to hurt one another all the time.
Hurt people.
Yes.
You gotta have integrity.
I was going to say, I don't think about what if they would tell it if it ends, because I don't go into friendships expecting it to end. I don't expect that.
Right.
That's so true.
Absolutely right. So why do you think friendships between women can be so beautiful and have so much depth, yet also be so intense and complicated?
I think it's a self thing. I think a lot of times friendships break up over jealousy, envy, because I've had friendships to break up and could never understand why. Like, what did I do? What happened? And then I had my best friend, my very best friend, to tell me now. She was like, well, it doesn't have anything to do with you. She said it doesn't have anything to do with who you are. It's about who they are. And a lot of times you may be this unique person. She said, to me, you're this unique person that a lot of people can't handle. She said, because I see so many people be fake and they're used to dealing with fake friends and fake stuff. And I don't be fake for what? I don't have a need for that. Like, what purpose am I serving to be fake? Who am I helping being fake? So I think it's a lot of self-doubt. And then if you run up on somebody who doesn't have any self-doubt and they're pushing towards something and they have a purpose and they're letting you know they have a purpose, they see that in you and they don't like it.
Yeah.
They're envious of it. But as my friend, you shouldn't be envious because I'm rooting for you.
Right.
You should be rooting for me. We all
right.
trying to
That's
make it
right.
so.
Absolutely.
It shouldn't be any envy, but it's envy there a lot of times. And a lot of times, guess what? You don't see it because it's your friend. And outside people see it. It's like the story I was telling you where I said I had something to say about that. I was hanging with a group of friends a few years back. And I'll never forget, we was at this club. And I went outside for something. I can't remember what, but this chick that I had been knowing for years pulled me to the side. She said, Tina, let me holler at you for a minute. I said, what's up, girl? I went over there, I talked to her. She said, let me tell you something. She said, those people you hanging with, they not friends to you like that. She said, you think they are, but they're not. And I'm like, what? She said, let me tell you something. I sit back in the cut. I keep my shades on and I watch. She said, when you get up and walk away from the table, they not friends with you.
Wow.
Like that. And it really made me pause like, what? You know? And so after she told me that, I just stepped back and paid attention. And she was telling the truth. But a lot of times when we're in the midst of it, we can't see it.
No, we can't.
Outside, people
Everybody else
can
can
see it.
Oh,
Because that's your friend. You're rooting for your friend. Nobody's going to talk bad about your friend.
That's
You
right.
roll, that's my dog. That's my roadie.
Absolutely.
So outside people who's never been around you could be around you for 5 minutes and tell you what's wrong with it.
Yep.
You have to accept it.
Truly, people who truly care about you.
Yeah.
They're going to watch.
Yeah, but she was somebody that I knew from school from years back that I hardly ever saw. But when she pulled me to the side, she was like, I'm going to tell you, them people you hanging with, they not cool with you like that. And I'm just like, what? But I said, what does she have to gain about lying to me? So I knew she was telling the truth. She was speaking from her heart what she saw. And it was true. It was true. Yeah.
I think authenticity sometimes intimidates people.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
You're absolutely right. People are so fake. They are so performative that they think everyone is. So they're looking at you as if you are performing when you're actually being your true self.
Exactly. This is me. You know, one friend told me one time, I used to think when you be talking to guys that you would be flirting. And then I saw you talking to your cousins and your brothers like that. And she said, and I was like, no, that's just who she is. I was like, girl, what am I be flirting for? I ain't think about these folks like that. I'm just talking. You know, I'm not over there making eyes. I don't even roll like that. She was like, yeah, I figured out that, you know, you was just talking. That's just your personality. I was like, okay, well, I'm glad you finally figured it out. But
Yeah, your true self. So, same question for you. Why do you think friendships between women can be so beautiful, yet be so intense and complicated?
Basically because I believe that's how we as women are wired. I mean, there's so many different facets of us, of a woman. And even when we are healed, there's still parts of us that we're still having to evolve into. So there's nobody that's perfect. So we can't have a perfect, no matter what we think. I don't think the relationship or the friendship is perfect because we all are flawed individuals. So I honestly, that's what I think. I just, as much as I would want a perfect friendship, and even if it's all good, I have to be mindful that, well, we're all dealing with something. There's some kind of trauma. It's something we've got to have grace. I'm guessing grace would probably be the word. We have to have grace to allow for those ugly parts to come out.
Well, I often wonder why come we can have grace for other people than for our own sisters. I mean, let's just get into it. We can be very mean to each other, don't even know each other. You know, me and my homegirl went to see Brandy and Monica when they was here, and we was in the VIP section. And I would just never forget how two ladies that was already sitting there try to basically tell us that we shouldn't be there. But we was there based off her job, you know. And she was like, do you have a seat number? What is your seat number? And blase this and that. And I was just like, you know, and then my best friend, one of my friends was like, We supposed to be in here, but I just couldn't get over how ugly she was
that's
trying to be.
ugly.
And
Yeah.
then narrow down to it when we finally got down to the bone of it all. She was actually there with somebody else. She was against herself.
So she was a +1.
She was a +1, but the way she tried to be so mean, and then the person that was sitting beside her, and I told my friend, I said, listen, let's move down to the front row. We're not going to let them disturb us.
That's
We
right.
come to have a good
Yeah.
time, because whatever they got going on is whatever they have going on. But I don't understand why we're always so mean to each other.
I don't
no
understand
reason at
that.
all.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. So why do we sometimes expect more emotional understanding from our girlfriends than we do our own partners?
Well, for me, I think because just as a woman, I think there are things that our girlfriends can understand. And in my friendships, my friends, you have to be a safe space for me.
Yes, yes.
I have to be able to be
Yes.
vulnerable and to share my heart with you and those things that I can't tell everybody. And if you're one that I know is going to run and tell it, or if you're going to hold it against me, then you're not my friend. You're not my safe space. It is so important that in this season that I align myself with people who are safe. The world
Right.
already is dangerous and cruel.
Exactly.
And so if my village is unsafe, what are we doing? Why are we
Right.
working together? We're not
Right.
agreeing.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've experienced that. I had a former friend who would, anything that I would tell her, I knew to be mindful. I knew that I couldn't be vulnerable with her.
Yeah, yeah.
She was going and telling her other friends, your other friends are not my friends.
Right.
And I didn't call them into a conference call for them to know
right.
what I told you in private.
Right.
And so, she would say things like she was a good friend, but that's not being a good friend.
not being a good
That's not the
friend.
definition as far as I'm concerned.
No.
And so that was eye-opening
Yes.
for me, because I knew I can't tell her anything.
Anything. Yeah.
So how have your views on friendship evolved from your teens to adulthood to where you are today?
It's actually evolved a whole lot, because I don't know. I guess everyday life skills change. What you used to do, what becomes more important once you get married, you have
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah.
everything changed. And these group of friends, I know someone now, I always thought everything would always remain the same when they was teenagers. Now, honey, you have to, all of y'all gonna grow into some grown women, meet someone, and have a family. It's
Right.
not gonna all
Life's gonna
stay the
transition.
same. That's not what it's supposed to be about. You're
Yeah.
supposed to be there for your friend and still connect on them. But all the stuff you used to do, now that fizzles out after
Yeah.
a moment.
Right.
The true friendship should remain. If it's a true friendship,
true.
it should still be there. But as far as all the things you used to do and hanging out, you should outgrow that. Like, so what's amazing is you're going to outgrow a lot of people.
Yeah.
So not only a lot of activities, but you're going to outgrow a lot of people, because they're going to be still stuck in that same area when you're kind of like, I'm not interested in that anymore. I don't really want to do that anymore. Like, that's not fun for me. I don't want to talk about what they got going on. That doesn't uplift me. It doesn't help me, And
Right.
I've always been one that really cared about somebody else's life. I don't care. How does it help me?
Right.
Then when you meet people who are those people that's always involved and worried about what the next person is doing, and okay, I'll let you have that. It's too much other stuff going on.
Lack of maturity.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind
That's
of
what
time.
it is, lack of maturity. Yeah.
And I think for me, just piggybacking off of that, I got tired of being in competitions that I didn't know I was a part
Oh
of.
my goodness.
Oh, come on.
It is so true.
I got tired of it. And I was seeing, like you said, we can see on the outside. So I seen these, I could see this trait
Yes.
in some of the people. But I guess I just never thought that I would be on the opposite end of that.
Yeah.
And so I guess after I got married, it's just one of those childish things, and it may not even be marriage. It may just be the Bible says once you grow up, you just put away childish things.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
And
what it says.
having friends who are competing against me when I'm just over here living life and being happy.
Right.
I had to take myself out of the race. And so for me, that's really, like, that's the evolution in friendships for me. I stopped competing, even though I wasn't intentionally competing, but I took myself out of these competitions that I didn't want to be a part of.
Yeah, I don't get the competing.
I don't
either.
In a friendship. I mean, because we all want to win.
Yes.
And we should all
Right.
want one another.
Wanting
We should
one
be
another.
rooting each other. So.
And I can help you.
Right. As a true, listen, I watch people who have business. I've watched people who have went to someone for years to get their hair fixed. So that means they're building up their money, their pockets, their family. And then that person get a business, you don't even promote her. But she's been putting money in your pocket for 20 plus years. Come on, friend.
Yeah.
Even if you don't consider her to be a friend, a best friend, she's been helping you build your brand up.
Where's the
and
support?
then when she gets her business, you don't even root her out and say, girl, here you go. Listen, this is so-and-so. She been having a business going since so-and-so time. I've been knowing her for years. And that, to me, solidifies a true definition of a friend with women. I pay attention to a lot of stuff like that. And when they're not honest, they're going to talk about what you got going on with somebody else, but then they're not honest with you about how they really feel.
Right.
And those type of people to me are scary. If you can't be honest with me, like, I don't know who
they're
you
dangerous.
are.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right.
I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Right. Yeah, I actually had someone once tell me, "Don't try to outdo me," and I was like, "What?" Because there was a furthest thought from my head.
And she meant that.
She meant that. Don't
Outdo
try
her.
to outdo me.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, I always wanted the best for her. I always want the best for everyone in my life. So it's tough when you're faced with the reality that people don't always want the best for you. They don't see it for you.
That's right.
And so I was, like you said, I was in a secret competition that I wasn't aware of, but she was competing with me.
Yeah.
That's
She
so
was
wild.
and my life was moving, and then hers was
Yeah.
not moving like mine was,
Right.
but we're all moving at different
Yes.
rates of speed. But when she said that, it took me aback. I was like, what was that? It took me a long time to realize that she had been competing with
Yeah.
me.
She's a frenemy. That's exactly what she is, and they're the most dangerous.
Yes.
I saw this video, and I don't know if y'all saw it, but I saw it about 6 months ago. There was a young lady who had went out with another friend of hers, and it was her birthday, and she was upset because the friend had dressed up real nice, and she was just calling her out her name. Why would you put that on, and why would you try to outdo me, and it's my birthday, and you should have never. And I'm just like,
Wow.
And then the friend was just kind of like, well, I wasn't trying to outdo you. Yes, you did. You put that on, and you just do that all the time. And I typed in the comments, baby, she is not your friend. You need to understand, she is not. If a friend is upset with you because you're looking your best, and they feel some type of way about that,
Hello.
see, that's an insecurity within them.
Yeah.
I can help you try to look your best,
Now.
but don't get mad at me because I have my own style and my own swag.
Right.
That doesn't make
Right.
sense
Yep.
to me, but that often happens. Then a lot of people left trying to figure out what's going on. Like you was just like, I never knew she felt that way. But again, outside people probably could see it quicker than you would ever see it. That's so true.
It's sad when people want you to dumb yourself down
Yes.
or dim your light.
Yes.
So that there's community. You better turn your light up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Change your bulb if you have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to scale back
Right.
so that you can push forward.
Yeah.
No.
To make you
that's not how
feel
that works.
comfortable.
Yeah.
That's not my job.
Yeah. And I found myself now, I ask the Lord, like, what's when new women come into my life, what's their purpose?
Yes.
Because I don't want to be hurt. And now I have a daughter, a 10-year-old, who's looking at me. And I have to show her how to be a friend. And she's not listening. She's not going by what I'm telling her. She's watching me
yes.
That's
and my
right.
friendships.
That's right.
So I have to be mindful of what I take in, of what I accept, of what I call out. And sometimes, unfortunately, what I have to cut off because I have to set the example for her. And so now I've just started asking the Lord, is this a friend? Is this an assignment? Like, what is it? Let me know now. So
make it
Season
crystal
a
clear.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Season a
Right.
lifetime. You need to know.
Yeah.
That's important to know
Yeah.
that. But I'm always one who's always rooting for each other. Like
Yes,
if I see
yes.
somebody and she got on a nice skirt, I'd be like, "Come on,
Me too,
polka
me
dot."
too.
Like, girl, where you get that from? But everybody
yeah.
isn't like that.
Everybody's not
And-
like that.
right.
And I'm always I said, let me come here, let me come fish your tag. Like random people. I don't, because you want to look your best. I want to
Right.
help you look your best. Why would I have a problem with that? But when we encounter those folks that do have those problems, hopefully they won't remain that way forever.
Yeah.
But if you can't, it's not your job to kind of help them get there, but you got to make sure you keeping your peace when it comes to them.
Right.
So then you have to start trying to pay attention. Do I want to entertain this person? Or on what level do I want to entertain them? Because you have to have certain levels where they're not probably going to meet your family. Because majority of all my sisters that are true sisters, they know my family, I know their family. They know my mom, I know their mom. And then it's just some people just going to be just regular associate people. But then you have some folks you just kind of already know, no, I can't really
That's it.
deal that heavy
Gotta
with
read
you.
the room.
Yeah.
You just got to have
Yeah.
some type of
Yeah.
boundary with them.
Boundary. Oh, I
Yeah.
like that
Ooh,
word.
yes, I love that word
Yeah.
because it took me years to understand that boundaries are necessary and they're healthy
Same.
for everybody,
Yes. Yeah.
not just for me, but for
Yes.
everybody I deal with. Everybody needs to set boundaries.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't understand that though. It makes some people mad.
Yes. Yes. I don't care. I won't answer
Yeah.
my phone. Don't make me no difference.
Okay.
Because
Or the
Yeah.
door.
I just can't do it.
Yeah. And when they know you've set a boundary, oh my goodness, how dare you?
Yeah,
You're
they
the
feel
issue.
some type of way.
Yeah. You're the problem at that point.
Right,
That's
right,
true. That's true.
right. When they're really not being honest with themselves. All right. Well, it is time to pause for the cause and take a quick break, commercial break, so that we can get some simplicity announcements out. All right. Save the date. The MTSU Department of Theater and Dance are proud to present their fall dance concert performed by the MTSU Dance Theater students. This exceptional performance includes student and faculty choreography as well as guest artist Matt Del Rosario. Performances are November 20th through the 22nd. All shows begin at 7:30 and are held in Tucker Theater. They will also be hosting a silent auction before each performance where all proceeds benefit the MTSU Dance Enrichment Fund. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. for your shopping pleasure. Purchase your tickets by visiting theateranddance.mtsu.edu. And Angie B and I have attended, and it is a phenomenal performance. Phenomenal. We've been a couple times.
Okay.
Exclusive invitation. You are cordially invited to a financial solutions seminar on Saturday, November 22nd at 1 o'clock p.m. Location, Technology Engagement Center, located at 306 Minerva Drive in Murfreesboro. Are you recession ready? Learn strategies on how you prepare for the coming recession. Topics they'll discuss: guaranteed business loans, grow your money, how to get out of debt, principles, and investing build up credit scores, and more. All right, change makers, small acts, big change. November has been donation month for the Murfreesboro Rescue Mission as they create lasting change for individuals and families in need. Your support helps build a much needed 24-hour shelter in the city of Murfreesboro to provide compassionate care and bring hope to our community. This is how you can get involved. Every donation, big or small, matters. You have one final opportunity to give. Join the Murfreesboro Rescue Mission for their final event of 2025, Warm Mitts and Hot Cocoa, Saturday, November 29th from 1 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Join them at 405 Bridge Avenue in Murfreesboro for fellowship and an opportunity to thank the community for all of their support this year. You will also have a final chance to donate your spare change to a worthy cause. Now, about next week's show. Join Team Simplicity next Sunday for a show from our monthly Social Justice Sunday series on Talk Topic Historical Truths with special guest Dr. Vincent Windrow, pastor of Olive Branch Church. This conversation will explore the deep connections between heritage, literacy, and civic engagement within the Black community, all through the lens of scripture and faith-based leadership. We will see you then for that conversation. Now back to tonight's Simplicity Sunday Talk Topic, Friendship Unfiltered, with special guests Tina Bingham and Amby Smith. All right. So when we ended, we were talking about friends, and no, you were mentioning about your
No, we ended on boundaries.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Thank you. So the next question, Psalms 147:3 says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. So let's consider the phrase, healing is holy work. Have you ever been hurt by a friend, and how does this statement apply to friendship wounds?
Yeah, I have. Healing is holy work. Well, for me, I think that friendships have to be aligned, and I think people have to be aligned in their friendship. And so, I mean, you know yourself, like I've been on a healing journey for a while. And so when you take in friends and you recognize that they are not on that same journey, I think it's just a risk that you take. And for me, like, just kind of, that's why I say I think prayer is vital in friendships, to actually know, okay, how can I help them on this journey? Or is it even my job to?
Right.
So, but ultimately, if you have friends who have healing issues, and they don't want to be healed, because the truth of the matter is everybody doesn't want to put in the work to be healed. And so that's kind of where I am. So, you know, that's still like fresh. So friends healing, maybe y'all can share, because if they don't want to heal, like how do you maneuver in that friendship?
Not everyone knows that they need to heal.
That's true.
A lot of times people blame others.
I was going to say taking accountability is a strong thing to do, and a lot of people are not ready to do it.
They're not ready to do it.
And so when you stuck with people who won't even admit their faults, or won't even say that, you know, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have treated you that way, then I've lost some friends, and I haven't even looked back on, because I just kind of felt like if I've been there for you and it was an issue, we should talk about it. But if you done something to me and you don't want to talk about it, and we don't want to come together and decide how we need to move forward, then it's just not even worth it. And I mean, this haven't been friends that I kind of met like over the years. These been friends that I've been knowing since junior high. You know, and in the way that the friendship fell out, I was just like, that's so crazy. And I was just, me and her actually had a conversation about something that she was doing when she takes a bath, and I was just telling her there wasn't a healthy way to do that. And she was like, well, I've been doing that for years. I was like, yeah, but that's not healthy to put that in there, because it's going to break your skin down and stuff like that. And we started an argument from that, and it went from that to her calling me names, and I was just like,
wow,
okay, how you go from, listen, you can't tell me in one breath that I think the way you put that together is really, really nice, to you just be doing too much. Which one is it?
Which one is
Like, that's you can't really take a compliment back. You give a compliment and you asking me, how do you put that together? Come help me figure this out. And then when you got mad at me, you throwing salt and you saying, you just got on too much stuff anyway, and blase this and that. I said, honey, you can't give a compliment and take it back because you're mad now. That happened in 2018, and we still haven't talked. And we had been friends since like junior high.
Wow.
Your true emotions come out when you're angry.
Right. And then I said, well, she's been feeling some type of way about me for
Yeah.
some time now.
Some
And I
time.
never knew it. And the thing about it was, I knew her family. I knew her mom. I knew, I'm like, how does... But again, if you meet people who are battling with who they are and they can't be authentic with themselves, they're really upset with the person who's not that way.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why you can meet those friends and they can hang out with each other and they look like they the best of friends and they really just turn up buddies because they're not being truthful with one another. So on the videos and on the Instagram and the TikToks, they look like they just having the best time ever. And every time I see them, they're like two peas in a pod, but they fake with each other.
Performative.
Performing. They're not even being truthful to each other.
a good word.
You will see something in her hair and you won't even tell it's there. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm like, that's not what I want.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
And I just maneuver on out of that. I'm good.
She was intimidated by your authenticity. She can't do what you do and be the way you are unapologetically.
Right.
And so she resents you for that.
In all those years, I never knew she did.
Because in your mind, you're rooting for everyone.
Exactly.
So you have no idea that behind your back, she was ready to pull the rug out from under your feet
Right.
and watch you fall.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
That's hard. That's a hard truth.
It's a very hard truth.
Because when I have a friend, I love my friends. If I don't use as friends with everybody. Because it's cultivated. That relationship it's time tested. It's cultivated. I don't just
Yeah.
throw that name around, that word around. So when I'm hurt by one, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am hurt. And it's hard for me to shake. I don't just shake it off and go away. I'm thinking about that person every day.
Right.
It's, how could they do this?
Right.
And it takes me a minute
Yeah.
to get past it.
Yeah, I was blown away that she actually responded because she had a huge loss, and I remember being there for her, and I didn't think anything about it. I didn't expect anything in return. As my sister and friend, I was just there, and then after all that, you respond that way. I'm like, really? I said, I just never knew that.
Yeah.
But guess what? I still pray for her.
Yeah.
I still pray for her.
We still love them.
I still love them,
That
but
doesn't change.
she's not somebody that I need in my life.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
I can still speak also,
Yeah,
but
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I just gotta
Keep
operate
moving.
from a distance.
That's right.
Yeah.
Keep
You gotta
moving.
protect yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody gets compartmentalized. So that if you're not part of this group, then you're going to be a part of that one or that one. So that I know how to deal with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How to interact with you.
Yeah.
What kind of relationship we're going to have. I can remember I had someone to tell me what she said was just kind of harsh, almost evil. And she told me, I don't apologize for what I said. I apologize for how I said it. And my thing was, well, you could have kept it to yourself. Because now I'm looking at you different. Because what you said was evil. And all you thought of, maybe I could have said it a different way, but I was still going to say what I needed to say.
Because she meant what she
She meant what she
that
said.
came from an evil place.
It was evil. And so that kind of stuff is hurtful. Like, why would you say something like that? Why would you be that way?
Especially when you don't have those same thoughts for her.
At all.
See, but I'm gonna tell you what we mess up. We actually expect for people to respond to us the way we respond to them. And this same friend that I'm not friends with now, guess what she told me? You're always disappointed when you're dealing with people because you expect for people to respond the way that you would respond, and people are not like that. And they don't think the way you think. And so I was like, okay. She was like, you're going to keep being disappointed. She said, I always expect the worst in everybody. She said she expect the worst in everybody, and that's how she maneuver.
That's not healthy.
It's not
No, it's
healthy at
not.
all. No, it's not healthy at all.
But we do expect us from other people.
We do.
We do.
Yes,
How do we even change that? Because I don't know how to not
I don't
expect
want to
anything.
not expect anything else though.
Yeah, I don't want to expect
Yeah.
the worst from
Yeah.
people like this. That it does change everything about you if you become that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
You
be
know, so-
influenced by
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta be the influence.
Right.
So how do we recognize when God is using a friendship to heal us or to reveal something in us?
Well, I have honestly been, for years, I have been the woman who said, no new friends. I don't want no new friends.
Oh, I said that last year.
I've said it for a few years.
So many people.
Yes, and the Lord, since then, like this past year, He has placed so many women in my life, and I know that they are sisters. Because I don't know if you all watch or listen to Bishop Walker's Next Level Leaders podcast.
Yes.
He talked about the 7 critical people that you need in your life. And as he was talking, all the new women that he has placed in my life this year alone, they were that critical element that I needed.
Wow.
And if I had of listened to myself, if I had to stayed in my own thinking, I don't know where I would be.
Yeah.
But they challenged me.
Yeah.
They challenged me.
I think that's essential. We need people who are wanting to grow.
Yeah.
Because if we're hanging out with people who don't want to grow, who have no desire, they're good where they are. I'm not saying cut them off, but we need different groups of people for the different areas in our lives and different times in our lives.
That's right. Yeah.
Otherwise, we won't grow either.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're absolutely
if
right.
If you're the only friend in your friend group that's moving forward, then you're kind of pulling people who don't want to be pulled. So you have to find that group. Not leave them alone, but have them, enjoy them in the space that they're comfortable in. But you got to find your tribe.
That's right.
Where they're go-getters, they're movers and shakers, and they want to advance in life. Because how are you going to grow if you don't?
Yeah, because we most definitely can't grow being comfortable.
No,
That's right.
We have to be uncomfortable to grow. So being uncomfortable means that we'll have to meet people that we don't know anything about.
That's right.
Give them the benefit of the doubt, because we know who their sister is we've been dealing with for over 20 years. So we can go to them at any given moment. But what about their friend you just met? And you're kind of wondering, what type of friend is she? Well, do I really want to entertain her? Well, we never know until we put one foot forth and ask.
That's right.
So we can't get anywhere just being comfortable. We have to be uncomfortable to grow. You know, I just told my daughter this last week. I was telling her, if you want something different, you have to do something different.
That's right.
If you're trying to hear from God, you need to get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't care if that's not your current time because you want to sleep. You need to be uncomfortable. Get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and seek Him. Pray for, ask Him where you need to be in life. Ask Him to guide you. If you're trying to get somewhere, you need to hear from Him. And it doesn't need to come from you, well, God, what I need. No, get up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, set your alarm. Was just you and God, and talk to Him and see what He tell you.
That's right.
He'll tell you something.
That's right.
But you have to be ready to step out of being comfortable, because right now you're just so comfortable. You got to learn how to be uncomfortable to grow.
Yeah. And you need friends who are going to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
And challenge you.
Push you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah. Being in those uncomfortable situations gets you in rooms.
So true.
Talk about it. Yeah.
So
And
true.
I'm trying to get in rooms.
Me too.
So I think that's important. I had to change. I just said that no new friends last year.
Did you?
I did. I said it last year. And
But we said it out of hurt.
Yeah, we do.
I don't though.
Really?
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, I just personally, for me, I think having too many, I just like I'm an intimate person, so I just don't feel like I need a lot of friends. Maybe it's because I've said it so long.
Right.
It honestly could have come from a hurt place. But I don't say it anymore. But I'm healed now, so it could. You're right, Tina. It could have come from a hurt place.
Because when we set that boundary up and say no new friends, it's because somebody has betrayed us somewhere down the line, back in the past, and I ain't dealing with that. No
You're
new
right.
friends. But
You're
again,
right.
how can she's trying to get in the doors? if those doors are not opening with the friends
With
she
the-
have, how can she get in those doors?
Right.
That's right.
And we don't.
You're right.
We never know what light we're going to be to the next person.
That's right.
My best friend and I don't even know how long we've been best friends, but I can remember when she introduced me to her mom, and she said, "Mama, remember when I was telling you God had sent me a sister? This is her." She said, "Remember when I told you at my hardest time, God had sent me a sister I'd never had? Mama, this is her." And she's introduced me to a lot of her family like that. And it just lights my heart up. And she tells me, she said, "I just love you from the moon." She said, "Sun to the moon, I love you." She said, "Because when nobody would be honest with me, you would be honest." She said, and you would say, "I don't care if you get mad." And I would tell her, I was like, "Girl, I don't care if you get mad. You know you ain't right. You can't be saying that to him. He already told you he gonna do X, Y, and Z. How you gonna try to make it seem like he wrong?" And she was like, "You was the first person to ever say that. Nobody else just really being honest with me." She said, "All my friends just roll with me." I said, "I don't want somebody just ride with me and not tell me the truth.
That's right.
Right.
Give me constructive
That's right.
criticism. Let me work on myself."
Right. Can't have them out here looking crazy.
Right, because I'm looking crazy because you know it's wrong, but you're not telling me the
That's
truth.
right.
So
Yep.
how am I growing in that? I'm not growing at all.
I don't need a
So-
yes friend.
It's plenty of them out there.
And I don't want to be a yes friend.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So, what does it mean to pick your friend like you pick your fruit? What kind of fruit do you now look for in a friend?
Be
And
very
are you
careful.
picky?
I am.
I am now. I am.
I
Once
am.
upon a time, I wasn't. All were welcome. Just like at the church, all were welcome. I'm picky now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want. I mean, when I go to the grocery store, I don't get the banana this old and got sugar spots. I want a fresh banana.
Right.
I don't want the apple to look like they play hacky sack ball with it.
Right.
I want an apple that's unbruised. Now we all come. I want to qualify that we all come with our own stuff.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So I'm not looking
We're
for
all human.
perfection.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can be so bruised that every time you open your mouth, you're talking about what caused the bruises. And so,
Consume you.
yeah, it can be consuming, and it's heavy, like no joy.
Yeah.
So I'm very mindful. We all have a journey, but you got to go through. Going through means keep moving.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean stop and get stuck there.
That's so true.
So I'm very picky now, but once upon a time, child.
Yeah.
So I want to ask a question. So how many close friends do you all say that you have? Are you someone who needs a lot of friends?
I have about 4 or 5. I have those friends that'll pray for me, and I text and say, "I need the prayer."
Okay.
You know, you need somebody that's praying.
got the
for you,
praying
that's gonna-
friends.
I have those praying friends, and they're also my sisters, and it's only probably about 4 or 5.
Okay.
And I don't like, my phone doesn't ring all the time for friends. I had a friend that called me right before I came here, but her and I have been friends for 20 plus years, and she's a teacher too.
Okay.
And she called me, and I was telling her that I was about to come here. We were going to talk about friendship. She was like, "Ooh, girl, that's going to be so good." You know, but we've been friends for a very long time. I'm actually her daughter's godmother.
Okay.
So we've been friends for quite some time. And she's one that I could call and say, "Girl, I need you to pray. Come on, sis, what's going on? I need you to pray for me." And then she's going to pray for me. You know, and you have those friends that you can reach out to, and they'll put in a prayer for you. I even sent the prayer back when she said, "I need a prayer." One friend said, "This is what's going on. I need a prayer." I just sent the prayer right back to her then. You know, let's go and pray about this thing right now. And I'll
Right now.
continue to pray for you. But today, 2025, if you don't have a group of friends that's willing to pray for you, you need to
Come
move them
on.
on out the way. Or you need to try to ask
'Cause
them
what
what's
good are
going
they?
on.
Yeah.
What are they there for?
Yeah.
Like, you need, so honestly, probably about 5.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
What about you, 5?
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Decades though.
These are long.
Long
yep.
term friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
The minimum is 20 years. That's the minimum.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good friendship going. You hear me? Some
I've got
good friendship
I won't
lines.
tell my age, but I'm just gonna be honest. I have some that are over 40.
40 years?
And everything has not been perfect.
Okay.
We took time apart.
Yeah.
You know, life changes, but we came back together.
That's right.
And it was
Yeah.
like we had not skipped a beat. You know, going off to college, starting families, careers, but we came back together because that's a mark of true friendship.
Okay. Yeah.
But meeting new friends, I can meet new friends, but I kind of hang back until I gotta read the room. I gotta see, okay, well, what kind of friend will this be?
Yeah.
But true friends, 5. How about you?
If we're talking about long established friendships like that, I would say I had probably 3 or 4. But like I said, God has done something new. And he's given me, because I've been here in Murfreesboro about 14 years, married. And so I had to kind of rebuild, you know, I had to, this became my new life. And so I had to rebuild. And I've probably got a solid 6 or 7 here. And so I'm grateful for that. I am.
Are you all the kind of friend that needs to talk to your friend every day?
No. You're not going to talk to me every day.
I'm not either.
I'm a texter though. I don't like to talk.
I used to have a friend that if we weren't on the phone 4 hours, she would be upset. Can you imagine my husband? He's like, y'all still on the phone?
Oh, wow.
Been
4
in that before.
and 5 hours. And I was drowned. I was like, man, why are we on the phone? Getting off work, the entire drive home through traffic, on the phone. Get home, still on the phone. I'm waving and whispering at my husband, hey, I'll be off the phone in a minute. That's not true. I'm not getting off the phone in a minute. Because this person was very needy.
Yeah.
That is draining.
And then we'll call the
I know
next
what she's
day.
talking about. Yeah.
We just talked for 5 hours. What do we need to talk about today? So, Proverbs 18:24 says, a man who has friends must himself be friendly. How can we be intentional about being the kind of friend we want to have?
Just being a friend. Like if I'm a friend, I don't just put a lot of thought into it. I'm just gonna be a friend.
Gonna be who you've always been.
I'm just gonna be in. If they need to talk, we need to talk, or whatever the case may be going on. Or I'm just gonna be a friend. I don't really think a whole lot about it. So that's why when people have so many issues in friendship, I'm like, well, what's the problem? Just be a friend to that person, because everybody face different challenges.
Right.
We never know what the next person is going through. But if that person is telling you and you know what they're going through, try to help them through that.
Right.
You know, and sometimes it can get to a point where it's draining because they're always going through something, or they're never really taking your advice. And that's another thing. How do you hold on to a friend who's always constantly calling you and draining you with their problems? And you kind of like, every time I look around, this girl calling me, you know, and you really have to have empathy for people, because you don't really know what they're battling with. You don't know what their family history is like.
Yeah.
And then once you talk to people and discover what they've been through and get a understanding of their background, then you kind of like, oh, okay, that's why she's this way.
Yeah.
You know, you can kind of maneuver forward from there, but I just think you just have to be yourself. And then sometimes self need help.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I always extend myself. And that's, for me, that's just extending the love of God. Because you don't know what a smile can do for people. You don't know how you just checking in and seeing how they are, how that can be. So I just try to be whatever I'm standing in need of. I just believe that I should give that away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Authenticity.
Yeah.
That's what I try to give. Yeah. I try to, when I have, my friends know that if they need me, they call me, I'm gonna tell my husband, hey, I need to go do such and such. I'll be back because I'm gonna be there. They don't
That's
do it
right.
all the time,
Right.
but when they need me, I
That's
wanna
right.
be available.
Yeah.
I wanna be available.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I do believe it's time for us to take another quick break. We're gonna do some media announcements. All right. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Simplicity Radio, and on Facebook at Simplicity Sunday on WGNS. You can also listen to us in podcast format on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, iHeart, and Amazon Music streaming services. Just search Simplicity Sunday. Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed our conversation. I tell you, this has blessed me because I've been wanting to have the friendship conversation. It's needed.
It
Yes.
It is absolutely
yes.
needed among women.
Yes.
So, one last question for you this evening.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on women who say they have no female friends? They only have male friends because they don't get along with women. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I've seen that, and I've looked at other women and thought, why does she take to men? But honestly, I just feel like they don't. They say that they have more things in common just from the women that I know. But I just honestly feel like there's been some kind of trauma in the past from that area, or just the fact, like we've said, they don't want to be vulnerable with a woman. And maybe some woman, some female has taken advantage of their honesty and their transparency. And it's just easier. Hey, I bond better with men too. But
Really?
I need women.
I do
need
too.
my
We're relational
friends.
creatures.
We are better together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like the friendship of guys. They don't care about all that petty.
They're
Yes.
not petty.
They're not petty.
Oh,
They don't
my
like that
goodness,
catty
men are not.
stuff.
Yeah.
They don't like
They
that
don't
catty
gossip
stuff.
and all that.
Yeah. It's kind of safe over there, but we still need each other.
That's true.
Absolutely, yes.
And she could have actually experienced something where her trust was broken with women. And then it could be a thing where she may need attention from all the men. We don't really know what's going on
Now
with
that's
that.
different.
She could have had some issues growing up where her dad wasn't there. Or she could have had issues where she was once close with the brother and the brother's no longer there. She missed that male energy. So it's so many things to
Yeah.
kind of go into that. But as women, we most definitely need each other. We don't have to be so catty. And please don't be so mean. I've encountered so many
Listen.
mean girls for no reason.
Let's
And
do
this is women,
better.
like, let's not do that. And then, because we'll teach our daughters how to be that way.
Right.
That's right.
Well, thank you, Ambi and Tina, for joining me for this Friendship Unfiltered conversation.
It was fun.
It's that time again where we say we are not out of talk, but we are out of time. Thank you all for listening and tuning in. We will see you next Sunday. Have a great evening. Love you. Good night.
Bye.